Yeah, hello guys, welcome to another iFIXit session. So today we're going to be fixing a iPhone X with, well, you want to take a guess what's wrong with it? Yeah, a broken screen. So let's get on it. Like always, keep your hands clean and let's get into this. So we'll take out the two bottom screws. You should be very familiar with this process by now. Hello Raymond. There's Kim's dad's iPhone, so I'm just going to be fixing this. So two screws at the bottom. So this is an iPhone X or an iPhone 10. People have different names for it, and we're going to be replacing the screen. So take out the two screws, and then we'll get our suction cup, because this is going to be quite stuck on because of the adhesive. But I'll just see if I can get a plastic tool in there. So it's going to be difficult, so one sec. So, a lot more stronger. Alright. Let's take it right up to the corner. So I'm just trying to lift up this display. It could be quite difficult, so just bear with me. Oh, took the screen protector off. Jesus. Goes to show how much force you're actually putting onto this thing. Right, I'm going to try something else. You shouldn't use metal, but I don't have any other choice. Right, so I use the metal pry tool to lift up the screen, because metal can be thinner and stronger. So I just use that, and now I'm just going to cut away at the adhesive that runs around the edge. So just like this, all the way around. Now because the screen still kind of does work, I'm going to keep it as a test, so I don't really want to damage it any more than it already is, but it's okay if we do. So these phones open up like a book, so pull down and open. There you go. It's a very nice phone inside, hasn't been replaced before, which is good. So let's turn this off. There we are. Let's disconnect the battery and then let's get the screen replaced. So open it up like a book, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws that we've got to take out. I like to lean the screen on something that is perpendicular to the phone. Let's lift up the rest of the adhesive there. It's a long screw bit. So we've got to use the tri-wing, which is Y000. That's the screwdriver you use to take out the screws on the inside. Yeah, I know the different sizes. It's a bit annoying, but that's all we got to do. Let's get these screws out. Remember to keep them in order. And once we get these screws off, we'll disconnect the battery, and then we'll disconnect the display, because we don't want to cause any short circuits. sure to keep these screws in order. I nearly messed mine up. Just save them there. Keep going. Last screw. And then this metal bracket will come up and off. Just like that. Put that aside. Let's disconnect the battery. Now there's two battery connectors. There's one here, I'll try and point to it, and there's one here, so we'll just get those two off. There's one, there's the other one. Perfect. Just lift those up so they don't accidentally touch back down. And now we can take off the front sensor array. So this is very vital to swap over. You want to keep this cable words. You want to keep it from ripping. So these cables are as thin as paper. Now it doesn't matter too much about these two screens if you're replacing the screen, because these just do the digitizer. But this flex here is very important. So let's put the phone aside for now and let's get the new screen ready. So mine just came in a box like this, straight from the seller, a lot of eBay, and it just looks like that. So let's take off this blue protective coating. I like to take off any stickers that the manufacturer might have left on. This is just personal preference. So where it says LCD Lab, I'm just going to remove that. Or actually wait, we'll keep it on for now, just in case the screen's faulty and I need to send it back. And in fact, let me test the screen before I put everything over, just so I know it's all working. Plug in the two battery connectors. Let's see if it turns on. There we go, that's a good sign. So what we're looking for is just to make sure everything on the screen works. I'll get to that in a second, so just let it turn on. Unable to activate Face ID on this device, that's absolutely fine. Go to emergency, let's test all the buttons. Another good way to test, if you bring up the slide to power off, just go up and down on the screen. Seem to cut out there. No, we're good. The display works perfectly. Alright, let's slide to turn off. There we go. Give it a couple of seconds and then we'll disconnect the battery. Again. So open it back up like a book. One connector, two connector. And then we'll take the rest of these ones out. Perfect. Now let's swap everything over from the old screen onto the new screen. So this part is quite tedious. Lots of things that can go wrong and lots of little screws as well. So we just want to be slow, just take our time with it. So remove all the screws, keep them in order. With this top right screw here, a little bracket will come off with it. Just put that and the bracket aside, it's fine. I'll show you how to put that back on later. This one. And then this speaker should fold down and over. Okay, it's just stuck on there. A bit of adhesive. So now that will get pulled down. Then we have access to the microphone. This is the important bit. Something to do with the Face ID. Addison Lee. Raymond. Thank you, man. Yeah, work's a bit of... It gets in the way of a lot of things, doesn't it? So we'll just pull out this sensor. These are just stuck down, so we'll just unstick them. Be as gentle as you can. Don't want to rip them. My head might get in the way because I definitely don't want to rip them. Bear with me here. Take the microphone off. One more sensor here. Got a phone call there. Apologies if that paused the stream. So I'm just going to lift up on this plastic bracket as well because I need to swap this over. So just give me a second. Get my tweezers out. Perfect, out it comes. So I'm just going to swap this bracket over as well. So it's just a little plastic bracket that just goes back onto the other one. Just make sure there's no smudges on these things. I've got adhesive all over my hands, so just give me a second. Very weird adhesive. It's like wet and sticky. It could not have been described in the worst way. I apologise. I've got to clean this somehow. Tissue paper will do. I'm just grab some tissue paper. I'll be right back, guys. I've got my earphones in, so I'm just going to dip this paper in some isopropyl alcohol, and that should take off any grease. So I'm just cleaning these holes here, these see-through holes, because these are for Face ID, and if there's smudges on them, then the Face ID sensors won't get an accurate reading back, and Face ID won't work too well. It might not work at all, and your photos might come up blurry as well. So just give me a second with this. that should do it. Perfect. Let's get this plastic bracket back on. Actually, I'm not too happy with that just yet. Sorry guys, just like it being perfect. Right, okay, that's it. Let's get this plastic bracket back on. Should just sit right in place, like so. Then let's get this sensors back on. So in fact, this metal piece here, this is the front facing loudspeaker, and then just be gentle with this. So this is, I can't remember what it does, but I believe it does definitely have something to do with Face ID. It sends out some sort of data, where it reads some of the light data that gets sent back. I can't exactly remember, so apologies about that. Make sure there's no smudges at all. Right, okay, definitely not any smudges now. Did say it was going to be a bit of a tedious process, but that's okay. Most of it is just being patient with these sensors. We're going to push them all back in. Again, you just have to be really patient with it. Alright, I'll just stick them all in here and then I'll stick that back on. Like so. Right. There we are. Let's get that screwed on. I think it's a bit more difficult seeing as I've just been working on PlayStations and Xboxes recently. I'm so used to the big screws. I forgot that these screws are just so tiny, just so hard to handle. Like so. Just refusing to work. I'm going to try and show you guys and show myself this at the same time. And the last screw was the one with the clip. It's the easiest one. I lied. So the clip's got to point upwards. I recommend you have a look at iFIXit's guide for exactly what angle to have it at. I can't describe it apart from just have it upwards. Like so. Now, let's get this new screen back on and see if Face ID wants to work. I did forget how hard these connectors are. You just connect. Right, let's get the battery connectors on and let's test. We have an Apple logo, let's start. And there's no sign that says cannot activate Face ID on this device. Perfect. Flashlight works. Turn it back off. Perfect. Let's get all these screws back on. And stick it all down. But yeah, that is the process of replacing the OLED, well, LCD, but these are OLED screens. People put LCD screens on them. They look horrible. So okay, so OLED screens are organic light emitting diodes. They're not a relatively new. I think the Samsungs had them in the Samsung Galaxy S4 line, so years ago. But obviously Apple's like perfectionists. They waited until the technology had been perfected before they used it, and then they put it to use in their own way. And it's how they're able to get the edges so far out, because this material is flexible. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen those folding, well, you've obviously seen the folding phones, and the screens on those phones are OLED displays. And they're just, it's quite amazing technology. I mean, I bet everyone thought when they saw those folding phones that, wow, that's pretty impressive. But, you wouldn't know that same screen technology in those folding phones is probably in your pocket right now, depending on what phone you have. So that's something to keep in mind. Right. It's all clipped down. Right, there we go, all good. So yeah, thank you very much guys for watching. I hope you learned something new, and have a great day. Hey guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed watching, please remember to like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Follow me on Instagram at Lucas_Lane_1. Follow Soapbox at Soapbox Islington. and as always, have a great day. Bye now.